In this video, I'm going to be getting the latest on a layer 1 privacy protocol that's part of the Cosmos ecosystem.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Find the best cryptocurrency investments, check out Token Metrics, use my affiliate link for a discount. Hey Carter, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
You are so welcome. You are one of the team at Secret Network, and I have covered Secret Network before quite a bit. I've had Tor Bear on my channel a couple of years ago, and I reached out to him and he said, you want to get Carter on your channel to find out, because I want to know what's going on with Secret Network. Do you just want to say a little bit about what you do at Secret Network? Also, and how you got into crypto? Maybe start with that one.
Yeah, that's always the fun story. Like everyone has their unique path to finding out about blockchain and crypto, and my story in particular started in late 2017. I had a cousin throw me a bunch of links about crypto and blockchain on LinkedIn. I was like, what is this stuff? So started researching it. I was building up notes. Before you knew it, I had like 30 pages of notes. I'm like, wait a second, I think I'm writing a book right now. So I ended up reading as many books on cryptocurrency and blockchain as I possibly could. And what I found was a lot of it was very poorly written. There's people that were just like shoving out content as quick as possible into ebooks. And they were either very like clickbaity, investment focused that didn't understand the beauty of like the technology underneath, or it was way too technical. There's way too much technical jargon and didn't really talk about the investment side of things. And I have a computer science and finance background, so I wanted to kind of bridge the gap between the two concepts of investing and understanding the beauty of the technology, and write a book that would help educate the general population. So during that 3-year journey from 2017 to 2020, I just found myself in as many blockchain communities as possible. And the problem that I found is blockchain is completely publicly visible. And not only is it publicly visible, it's also immutable, which is a very big problem if we want to bridge blockchain to everyday people when there's total transparency, right, attached to all these different ledgers. And that's where I found Enigma, which was a layer 2 privacy solution on Ethereum. Mm-hmm. And Enigma's goal was to bring privacy to smart contracts, bring privacy to everyday applications that are built on the blockchain. But there was scalability problems with Enigma on Ethereum. So it eventually became a layer 1 solution of its own, built using the Cosmos SDK. It's part of the Cosmos ecosystem of blockchains. So I kind of followed the journey of Enigma, joined the Secret Network community, got super involved. I'm actually the primary author of the Secret Network Grey Paper, which is like our white paper essentially for Secret Network. Worked with the developers on writing that out. And amidst the journey of doing all these contributions, being a part of the validator set, just being a part of the content creation for the community, I eventually was put in touch with the Secret Foundation, with Tor Bear. I ended up becoming the marketing and community manager and help with a lot of the business development work on the network. I also help with the grants program. If you've ever read a Secret Network blog post, 95% chance that was me. So
very well written. They are really well written.
Yeah, they take a lot of work, but there's so many amazing things to be covered on the network. So that was kind of my journey to Secret Network. Was privacy is a problem. Who's solving it? It seems to be Secret Network has the first mover advantage in the privacy smart contract space. And yeah, that's a little bit of the journey.
Very cool, very cool. And you write as well, don't you?
Yes. So we got the book right here. Actually, this is Building Confidence in Blockchain, Investing in Cryptocurrency in a Decentralized Future. So feel free to give it a read. And yeah, if you have any also just like my Twitter DMs are always open. If you ever have any questions about blockchain or privacy, I try to do my best to stay on top of Twitter DMs. Telegram's a little bit more difficult. When you like open your Telegram app in the morning and you have like 200 different organic unread messages, and it's like, okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I bet. And by the way, for those that are watching this, it was my idea. I said, Carter, no, you gotta tell people about your book. You gotta tell people about your book, right? So, and I'll have the link to that in the description below if people want to go check it out, right? And also, I should plug my channels as well. So you can find me on Crypto Rich BTC. This is my new YouTube channel, and also on Odyssey, because my main YouTube channel is being brutally shadow banned. And so I'm starting up again on this one. So please come and subscribe to me on Crypto Rich BTC, follow me on Twitter, and also join my official Telegram announcements channel, because I'm going to be letting you know more and more about the Cosmos projects, including information about the airdrops. And we're going to be doing another video where we're going to be talking about a new project that's being airdropped very soon. Okay, so Secret Network is a layer 1 solution, privacy focused. Okay, so layer 1 it's like Ethereum. You can build applications on top of it, or Cardano or Polkadot or something, although they use different ways of going about that. So what is it about Secret Network that it does its privacy?
Yeah. So essentially, every single validator, and a validator is just, it's a node out there that's processing transactions, that has the ledger, the shared ledger that everyone has. All of these nodes / validators have the same hardware level encryption. And so on all these different nodes out there, there's something called a trusted execution environment, where not even the node operator can look inside of this hardware solution. And so all these nodes all around the world, you have things that are encrypted that when they go inside of the trusted execution environment, they get decrypted, computed across, nobody can see it, right? And then it can spit out an output that's useful for the world to see, some aggregate output without revealing any of the important macro data, right? So it's really what Secret Network is a super unique hardware level solution across all the different nodes. And there's also another additional encryption layer on top of that interacts with the hardware level encryption. You have a layer of consensus that has to happen. So in order to find a universal agreement about what has changed with the underlying ledger, right, collectively. So I think that's probably, it's a somewhat technical description I just gave there, but long story short, the secret sauce, as we like to call it, it comes from all the different nodes on the network all working together in parallel to provide that privacy.
So let me see if I can go, I can't go into detail, right? But essentially the data that goes into this black box is encrypted already, so people can't see it. And the black box, I was thinking it might be like a room, like you and I are wearing an invisibility cloak. We've got each from reading Harry Potter. And then we go into a vault and we do a transaction, decentralized transaction, and nobody else can see what's happened. And then the data that goes out is also encrypted.
Yes,
would that
exactly.
Be fair? Okay.
Yep.
Why? What's wrong with having fully open public transactions that everybody can see?
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. I'll start with my favorite.
I think it's an absurd question, but some people will have that question.
I'll start with my favorite example. Yeah. Let's say you have a stable coin like DAI or UST or USDT or USDC, any of these stable coins, right? And you try to go to a merchant and spend it in person, right? I go up to a hot dog stand, I want to buy a hot dog. When I make a transaction, because the underlying ledgers are completely transparent, the person you just purchased from knows your entire bank balance and every transaction you've made since the beginning of time. And that, my friends, is a security threat. That's a legitimate problem that even in Web 2, they have to solve for by having data storage that's encrypted, and they have to have these solutions. But blockchain, to date, 95% of blockchains have kind of shrugged their shoulders and are like, oh, it's totally transparent. And I think we've gotten away with it because we haven't truly bridged these blockchain solutions to everyday life. But once we're truly in this Web3 digital economy where we're all transacting with everyday merchants, the privacy becomes a very clear problem. Yep. And even more so is you need some form of auditable privacy, right? Like our traditional countries aren't going to be happy with a complete black box that isn't auditable. And so Secret Network has something called viewing keys. Every user has a viewing key. And what it allows you to do is you can decrypt your own transactions and data. And you can hand this viewing key off to someone else. So if I wanted to be audited, I can hand off the viewing key. They come in, they can see all my transactions, they can see the data. And everyone else in the world can't, though. It's only the person with the viewing key that can see components of my transactions or components of my data attached to a specific application. So Secret Network is all about returning sovereignty to users. It's all about protecting users. And like the other example we like to give is like, you can't make a decentralized Uber application on the blockchain because your location would be publicly visible all the time. So yeah, it really starts from a place of security, to be honest, and bridging to everyday life.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, privacy also has important commercial applications. Because, one business, even if it's a small business, like a car mechanic in one part of town, they don't necessarily want the next
Yep.
competitor in another part of town to know how much crypto they've got and how they're transacting in it and stuff. Yeah.
That exact problem came up actually. There was a stablecoin solution called Chai. It was using a UST, the stablecoin, with a bunch of merchants. And merchants are starting to like peek at each other's like, when did the sales happen? Like approximately in what location? How much? Right? What object was probably purchased? And so competitors, because everything's totally transparent, they can peek and learn from the competitors. There's just data sitting out for them to learn from. So ultimately, like I believe that privacy is equitable. It creates an even playing field for everyone. It protects underlying users. And if we can deliver a solution that is still fast and still has flexibility, which Secret Network absolutely does, then once you adopt that privacy solution, once we have all the apps you've seen in DeFi and NFTs and all of them get built here, people start using them, there's not really a reason to go back.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So as a platform protocol which promotes privacy, it will have applications built on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sense that I have of Secret Network from talking to you is it is a whole ecosystem. In a way, I suppose like the Cosmos is a whole ecosystem, but then Cosmos is spawning all these other ecosystems. You know, because Juno Chain is going to have projects coming off it. Evmos will have projects coming off it. Osmosis will have projects coming off it. So tell us what's been happening with Secret Network.
Yeah, I think about a year ago, it was September of 2020. So I guess we're more than 2 years ago at this point. Time absolutely flies. The privacy preserving smart contracts went live. And once they were out there, developers could begin building these privacy preserving applications. And there was a bit of a curve, right? Because the developer community, you have to grow it organically. You have to be able to foster a community that helps each other, build these applications. So I believe over the last 2 years, we're beginning to see the exponential curve of organic developer community start to emerge. And that's partially because frameworks for developers are emerging. And all that a framework is it makes the developer's life easier to build the things they want to build, right? And the implications of things getting easier is in the last 6 months, we're starting to see an explosion of applications. And I'll list a couple off here. So we have Alter as a project emerge on Secret Network. Alter is doing privacy preserving communications using Secret Network's tech stack. So privacy preserving email. They want to build a privacy preserving Telegram.
I did an interview with Alter.
You haven't interviewed yet, or you did? Okay.
I did. I've had them on my channel. Yeah.
Yeah. So Alter's incredible. This is an example of a project that they're looking at all the existing, Discord, Telegram, email, you name the type of communication, and they want to use Secret Network to provide guaranteed decentralized private communications in a way that even existing privacy preserving solutions in the world of Web 2 can't truly promise. So it's like the end game for communications, right? We have Stash, privacy preserving NFT marketplace that has been built. It's doing a crazy amount of volume. And the really cool features they're called secret NFTs, is artists are able to essentially sell an NFT where only the owner can see certain properties of it. So I think right now, on Ethereum, one of the kind of memes out there is I can just download all the NFTs off the internet and I can see all of them. So what's the point in purchasing it? But on Secret Network, unless you're the owner, you don't actually get to see the NFT. And the choice is yours in terms of who you want to reveal that NFT to. And so this is something that only Secret Network is capable of doing right now. So if you go to stash.co, STASSHH.co, it's a beautiful website, beautiful marketplace, very similar to OpenSea, and truly innovating on the utility front for artists and creators. You can actually have privacy preserving collections that other people can't look at. It's ownership is now powerful again. The other cool part is you can encrypt certain components into the NFT. So one thing that's happened is people are selling NFTs and they have an encrypted Telegram link. So only the owner, only once you've purchased it, do you truly gain access to this chat room and this community. And then if you ever trade the NFT, these developers have set it up where you get kicked out of those communities. Wow. And this is so it's true access controls attached to NFTs and provable ownership. And so I've always said privacy is the key to unlocking the full value of a decentralized future. So we got these crazy NFT communities. We got communications platform. Another one is Jackal DAO. They're doing privacy preserving file storage on using Secret Network. So you can picture Storage, you can picture Filecoin. All of these storage solutions, they're either The only way they can provide the privacy is to have some sort of centralized solution that's an offshoot of their file storage platform.
Mhm.
But with Jackal on Secret Network, because we can just inherit the properties of Secret Network, we can have privacy preserving file storage. And so this type of product will be competing with AWS and Azure, but this is the decentralized version with privacy and access controls. On the DeFi side of things, we have Sienna, we have Secret Swap. These are privacy preserving AMMs and DEXs that are completely front running resistant. So if you on Ethereum, everyone can parse through the transactions and they can insert a transaction in front of you, and essentially they can gain riskless profits at the cost of end users. And the only reason they're able to front run is because the ledger is completely transparent. And so this is a huge problem. It's called miner extractable value. It's $1 billion plus problem. It's a huge problem. And all the people on transparent blockchains are like trying to solve for it by like adding privacy into the transparent solution. But it's extremely difficult to take something completely transparent and make it private. Whereas Secret Network, we start with private by default on our applications and with how the data is stored. And so our DEXs, it's not even a problem. There's no front running. It doesn't exist. It problem solved. You have to have privacy baked into the layer one. And so we're saving end users money. We're preserving their privacy. These DEXs are growing really quickly. There's lending products on the way. I think Sienna is launching a lending product. On Ethereum, you have lending products where people put up $150 worth of collateral. They get to mint out $100 worth of a stablecoin. And the problem with this system in a totally transparent ledger is the whole world knows where your liquidation price point is. And so whales can move the open market to cause mass cascading liquidation events attached to these lending protocols. You add in privacy to that, and the whales no longer know where the liquidation points are for all these retail lending players. And that's why I say lending is equitable. It's key to bringing DeFi to the next level. And then Shade Protocol is a product that I'm directly a part of as the lead researcher, and we're bringing privacy-preserving stablecoins to the forefront. Silk is the name of the stablecoin. It's pegged to a basket of global currencies and commodities using an algorithmic peg similar to Terra Luna, if you've heard of that Cosmos chain. So and there's more. I'm trying to think of any other projects, but those are like a lot of the big ones. I'll pause there. As you can tell, the development is happening quick, and it's happening in this compressed time frame because there's been all this pent up, organic developer growth that's finally solidifying into teams of developers coming together and communities gathering around them.
Very cool. Thank you for that. And I know that's just some of it, and I imagine there's going to be more and more and more and more and more. And you and I, we are going to be doing a video about Shade Protocol, so people should subscribe, comment, like, and do all that business, and follow me and join. You can join the Secret Network Telegram group to keep up to date with it. Now, these new projects and the ones that are coming, I suppose the Telegram group is the best place for people to keep in touch with what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think following the Secret Network Twitter is a phenomenal first step to tracking everything. Specifically on the Secret Network website, if you go to the far right side, there's a drop down for blogs, and we do something called monthly ecosystem updates. Mm-hmm. And what that involves is Carter sitting down for 10 hours and literally tracking as many nuanced and small changes in our ecosystem as possible on a month-to-month basis. So if you just go and read 2 to 3 monthly ecosystem updates, I promise you, your mind will be blown, and you'll be like, there is so much stuff going on here. Specifically on the NFT side, we went from 0 collections to 50 plus collections in like under a month. Like it's exploding. It's super, super quick.
And it's only going to get more and more explosive because of the network effect. Metcalfe's laws, there's more and more connections. The way Facebook grew it.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about bridges yet. We could talk about bridges for a very long time.
Oh my God. Now, I used to do videos on Secret Network, the monthly blogs. I thought they were really well written. But then there's so much stuff happening in Cosmos ecosystem, I can't keep up to date. No. I just want to ask you about these projects that are launching. I know about Shade Protocol, but how are they doing raises? Are they doing airdrops?
I think more and more, I think there's either little micro like public pre-sales or people do airdrops. That's pretty much the standard at this point. So I don't know the specifics for Jackal, the privacy preserving file storage one. They're on testnet. They got like a phenomenal testing community that are participating, and I think they have incentivized rewards for that. I don't know for sure if they're doing airdrop or how they're structuring that. Alter already launched their token, so that's live. You can go purchase it on Secret Swap, Sienna Swap. Shade Protocol is being airdropped on the 21st to people that were Secret Network stakers, Luna stakers, or Atom stakers from November 7th to December 13th. It's actually a multi-chain airdrop, which is super cool tech in its own right to be able to pull that off. And Stash is just a marketplace, so there's no token attached to the world of NFTs over there. But if you go on Stash, there are countless opportunities to purchase, all the different NFTs with their unique functionality that's only possible on Secret Network.
Yeah, that is quite something. Just see part of an NFT, because that also preserves like, for example, the Mona Lisa. We don't want people making lots and lots of copies of the Mona Lisa and
No.
then distributing them all over the place. No, the original's got to have some special quality to it. Okay. Anything else you want to let us know about what's happening with the Secret Network?
Yeah, I think the big thing, I'll briefly mention some of the bridges, because one of the goals of Secret Network is to be the privacy platform for Web3. To be a platform, you need to be interoperable. You need the ability to communicate with all these other networks, be able to bring their assets to Secret Network, wrap them, give them privacy, give them functionality. So currently, Secret Network has bridges to Ethereum, Binance Smart Contract Chain. There is actually a Monero bridge, which is the world's first privacy to privacy bridge, which is extremely unknown. It's super freaking cool. We have Shinobi Protocol on the way. They're doing a token launch as well. They're in their final stages of testing, and they're actually a bridging solution directly from Bitcoin to Secret Network. So you can wrap native Bitcoin, give it privacy, come to Secret Network, interact with DeFi, generate yield, and bridge back whenever you want. And specifically, Shinobi is one of the world's first trustless bridges. And I'm not going to explain that architecture because that would take me like an hour, but it takes advantage of the trusted execution environments and creates a bridging solution that's never been done before. Everyone's always worried about the trusted nature of bridges, and they've designed something with a hash verification system using the privacy preserving smart contracts that could be the future of bridges if it works. They're still in the process of building it. We'll see what happens with that project. We also have a bridge to IBC, and IBC connects us to Chihuahua, Terra, Atom, Juno, you name it, and Secret Network is connected to it. And all these networks can bridge over their assets, and you can have the privacy preserving version of these assets, and you can trade them, you can move them around. And I think the goal of Secret Network is just connect everywhere, extend the tentacles, allow everyone to jump into the world of privacy.
Okay, now there's a lot in there that I want to pick into, right? But let's start with the bridges. So if I'm on Binance Smart Chain, essentially what happens, I take it to a bridge, which is a application.
Wrap.secret.network is the name of one of the. Yep.
Okay, and then it gets wrapped in a Secret Network coating, which then allows it to traverse the Secret Network ecosystem.
Yep.
But it's centralized because there's counterparty risk. There's a sort of like an escrow service, or somebody owns and is responsible for the bridge. So there is a risk in that. And you're saying, now going into the detail, and I'm going to ask you to, because I don't think I'd get it right, but the Shinobi one is decentralized, fully decentralized. So there's no risk of the funds being captured or something, that could be involved with a counterparty. Okay. Yep. All right, then look, I got some Chihuahua, and I'm getting yield in Osmo by putting it in a liquidity pool. Why would I bridge it over if I could to Secret Network? Because if I want yield, what could I do with it in the Secret Network environment?
Yep, I think right now Chihuahua is recent enough that I'm not sure there's an LP pool for Secret Swap or Sienna, but assuming that those pools go live, if you're just chasing yield, then you would compare the APRs from Osmosis to Secret Network, and you would choose whichever one has higher APR. If you're a pure yield,
right. Okay, so something like Atom would be, I could port Atom over.
Yes, and there's pools for those assets. So I think that's the privacy side of things. Says, hey, if you want an opportunity to interact with front running resistant decentralized exchanges, if you care about transacting from A to B while preserving your privacy. Those would be the strongest reasons to bridge over your assets. If you're a pure yield farmer, then it's as simple as an APR comparison, and as well as a security comparison, which Osmosis has proven it's unbelievably safe. So huge props to their product.
But the security then is missing in terms of the privacy features. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think Osmosis is just a fabulous DEX. Really, really smooth, fast, free transactions.
Okay. Yeah, the no fee thing is so game changing. When I onboard friends from Coinbase to Secret Network, it's literally purchase Atom, bridge to Osmo, swap for Secret, send it to Secret Network. And the no fee component just simplifies that so much for everyday people. They don't have to be like, why is there a fee? And it's so huge. I'm really curious how long Osmosis is going to stay with the no fee infrastructure, because it's so powerful for onboarding new users.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Okay. And then how is Secret Network growing? I mean, I know it's growing, and I don't mean how come it's growing, but
here, I'll pull up a graph for you. I think I got a great infographic for this. I said I wasn't going to share my screen, but I think this might be an opportune.
Oh, wait a minute. I've shared mine. Hold on. Let me stop for a second.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yours.
Share screen. Boom.
Don't expose any secrets, though. Okay. No private.
No secrets. So, cumulative addresses. Look at how much we've grown since even September. 22,000. Now we're up to 105K. You got to remember, way back to 2020 when we launched smart contracts in November. Well, it was like September, November. We had only like 1,000 people, right? And of course, people can generate multiple addresses. But right around September, when Stash came out, Shade Protocol was announced, Alter launches, Sienna launch, like there is this big influx in addresses. And so we're just seeing a lot more activity on the cumulative address side. Daily transactions has also, seen progress from, the 400s. Now we're averaging probably somewhere around 14,000 transactions per day. Don't worry about the little blip down. It always updates at the end of the day. That's why it starts low. But we've seen really good progress on all fronts. Gas used has actually gone down because there was an upgrade to Secret Network when we got attached to IBC that made gas fees cheaper. So you'll see that people sometimes go to a network and say, ooh, like how much gas is used? Because that's like a sign of activity. But in this case, our gas amounts dropped drastically. And that was like an intentional upgrade to make the user experience cheaper with using their transactions. So transactions have gone up, gas prices have dropped, and we've seen continued cumulative addresses get used over time. So those are some fun infographics.
Yeah. And is that website's public?
Yes, I'll link that to you. That's Secret Analytics. XYZ, which looks at the macro statistics of Secret Network.
Okay, and then looking at that, I can only see it going higher and higher and higher as more and more projects get launched, as you build more and more bridges. And I'm proud to say that I can't remember when I bought Secret, but it was much, much cheaper than it is right now. I've just hodled and compounded and staked and hodled and compounded and staked. So that's worked out really, really well. Okay, Carter, is there anything else you want to let us know about Secret?
I mean, what I would just say about Secret is like, come check out the community. I think the most unique part about a privacy community is I've been a part of other communities where the ethos of the community seems to be price goes up. And then when price doesn't go up, if that's the ethos of your community, then people just kind of like, shrink back, they disappear. But this community of people are extremely resilient and determined because their interest in the project of course is monetary, right? That is a component. There's no doubt that's a component. But another huge percentage of it is this just firm belief that we need privacy to truly unlock the vision of Web3. Like blockchain hasn't delivered its original vision until we have privacy for our applications. And I think way back when Satoshi, created Bitcoin, he didn't even know that the idea of smart contracts was going to exist. He had no clue that there was going to be apps that get built on top of blockchain. That was never in the cards. And so we're solving for a problem that the original creator didn't even know was going to be a problem, right? It was always just supposed to be A to B transactions with pseudo anonymity. But as we've seen as time has gone on, and there's been more institutional, attachment to the ecosystem, that this privacy problem is very, very real. And the people in this community know it's real, and they care about it from like a human rights standpoint, from a sovereignty standpoint, from an ethos standpoint. And so when price goes down, I've only ever seen this community grow. And I can't say the same about that for other communities.
Sure.
And that's a very, very powerful effect that, in my opinion, does eventually translate to the metric that so many people are obsessed with, which is price. So
yes, absolutely. And I think, I mentioned to you before we started recording that I'm one of the crew at Pirate Chain, and I agree with you how important privacy is. And I think also the fundamentals, given what's going on in the world, it gets even more important. And more and more people are recognizing that. So, Carter, thank you so much. I look forward to speaking to you again about Shade Protocol. So we will be talking about that. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the description below. And also go check out Secret Network. And I'll have that link and the links to the website and the Twitter and everything. And normally I say what do I say? I say, oh yes, thank you so much. I think I haven't done this before. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, and between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Carter signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.